Happy Friday, everyone.
We wanted to come to you today to share with you more about our Self-Care Sunday Journal. So you've seen us post and talk about this. We are live right now on Facebook and on Instagram. And we'll put this on YouTube later because we're recycling content up in here. And we want you to know. So you know us, obviously, because you're following us, that we are a community of melanated mamas that walks alongside each other on our journey to self-care, self-love, learning those rituals and practices. We do that through our online community, which is now free to join.
Yeah.
We do that through our virtual workshops every month, which are an add-on cost. But you can still get in the community for free. You can attend our lounges for free. We have in-person events, retreats. But we wanted something that was tangible, that you could hold in your hand every single week as you're thinking about, how am I going to fit in these rituals and practices? So that's where the Self-Care Sunday Journal came in.
Excellent. Yes. So we are so excited to have created and self-published this journal. And it is a great little tool for you to use. So we want to talk about how it works and how you can insert this into your weekly self-care routines, because it's one of those journals you can do once a week. You know, sometimes people are intimidated by, oh my gosh, I have to go in my journal and write all this stuff and blah, blah, blah every single day. No, this is set for you to do it once a week. So it doesn't take up much time. Okay. So we talk about the different types of self-care in this journal. We hear the term self-care thrown around a lot, right? And we think about like, oh, let me go get a mani-pedi, let me get a massage, get my hair done. Cool. That is beautiful. All of that is self-care, but there are so many other things that are under the umbrella of self-care. So we break it down by each type. We put 6 in the journal. We know that there's more, but we wanted to focus on 6 types. Physical self-care, spiritual self-care, social self-care, emotional, practical, and mental self-care. So we go through exactly what those things are. We give you some ideas of things you can do to help yourself in that specific realm of self-care.
Yes. So when you have this journal, the process is you start by setting your quarterly intentions in each one of those areas. So, and when you think about a quarter, that's 12 weeks. It's 3 months. It's not your whole life.
Yes.
So we don't want to put everything that we could possibly do, but we want to think, in this quarter, how could I be better to myself physically? What could I do that would help stimulate my mental self-care? And you write those things down. So then when you're looking at it weekly, you can kind of go back and go, okay, what were my goals here? Now what tangible one thing can I do this week that's going to move me closer to that goal?
Yes, perfect. So one thing that I love about this journal, I actually love everything. But Nicole mentioned those quarterly intentions. Then you come and you also do your weekly intentions. So think of your quarterly intention as like your overarching goal for that quarter. So for example, if my did I like go away?
We're still on it.
All right. So for example, if my quarterly intention for physical self-care is to walk 25 miles a month, then I can break that down week by week and see what exactly I need to do. So once you set those quarterly intentions, then each week you go in and you set what your intentions are for the week. Now, what we encourage you to do also is to go ahead and put that thing on your calendar. Once you've written it down, whatever type of calendar you use, paper, digital, whatever the case may be, go in and that's all of our kids, y'all, if you can hear them. We are moms, like for real.
12 kids in the house. They're not all ours. We love them all, but there's a lot of them here. As always.
Always. You're going to go into your calendar and actually set an appointment for yourself. Block off that time for your self-care. And that's really how we insert self-care daily into our lives, is you put it on the calendar and you respect the time that you have on the calendar.
Yeah. And then the other part, every week you go back and you do some weekly reflections. So you look at what your goals were for the week, what was on your calendar, what happened, how did it make you feel, what are you celebrating, what are you excited about, and then you give yourself a break when you realize you did not do everything on your list. Because that happens every week. I counted up from like 50%. Last week it was like 55%. I'm like, even better. Mm-hmm. So the point is that we're thinking about it. We're setting these goals and these intentions. We read somewhere that Google sets annual goals and they only achieve like 40% of them. But Google's amazing and they do lots of really cool stuff. So they only meet 40% of the goals. It's okay if we don't meet them all either. But it's the point that we set them. We think big. We think what we want to do for ourselves. And then we take the time to reflect and see what could be better. Because sometimes our goals might even change, right? You realize that doesn't need to be a goal right now. That's not a priority. Something else might be instead.
Right, exactly. I was going to mention that because sometimes we get in our head when we're writing things down like, I have to do this thing. And then you realize that it doesn't really align with what you need or want to do right now. And that is okay. We talk about that in the journal as well. Some of the things that you put in there may be a little bit uncomfortable, or you may realize like, hey, this is not the thing for me. So you go back and assess. That is the biggest thing. That's why we wanted to include the weekly reflections as well as the quarterly reflections, because we know we can write things down and just turn the page, right? And never look back at it. But you always want to look back at that goal. When you are doing these weekly rituals, now our journal is called the Self-Care Sunday Journal. Does that mean you need to do it on Sunday? No. Do it on whatever day works well for you. I typically do mine on Monday. If Wednesday works for you, whatever.
Yeah, however your week works.
Yes, the point is to do it once a week. And we encourage you to do some sort of special self-care ritual before you get into your journal practice. So that could be whatever you want. Taking a nice calming bath, doing some yoga, walking out in nature, prayer, meditation, whatever will get you in the headspace to really dedicate the time and the knowledge that you need to put into your journal.
Absolutely. So it is available in our shop. So definitely go to our website, selfcareformelanatedmamas.com. You can purchase yours. If you're local, we'll deliver it. If you're not, there's a link for it to get shipped to you. And when you purchase the journal, there's a link in here for you to access a free month in our self-care study lounge. So I recommend grabbing this soon. Our next upcoming study in April is a book called Do It For Your Selfie. Our author, Denise Marsh, is coming to talk to us. She'll be there with us the whole 2 hours to go over all the things that she calls your selfies. So that's your self-love, your self-care, your self-confidence. So it's a great time to get your journal, get in the community, and get to loving on yourself. We also have an event coming up next Sunday, the 26th, called Spring Into Self-Love. So totally free. You just have to be in the free portion of the community to have access to that. So link in bio has all this stuff. We hope to see you soon, and we hope you have an amazing weekend.